Welcome to today's 1025. Most of us know the name David Livingstone as the famous explorer in Africa. Not only was he a famous explorer, but he was also a physician, he was a war hero, and he was also, of course, a missionary. In fact, he's been called Africa's greatest missionary. But many people know him more from Henry Morton Stanley's phrase, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume," that line having been recorded in movies. Well, in the mid-1800s, during the very peak of his missionary work, David Livingstone was invited to the University of Glasgow by the Chancellor to speak to the entire student body here. And when he stood in front of the entire body right before he gave his talk here, the whole student body gasped when they saw him. His physical presence was so striking. His hair had been burned golden crisp by the hot tropical sun. His skin was wasted and almost rotting away. Today we would probably say that he had a severe case of skin cancer. His right arm hung limp at his side, destroyed by an attack by an African lion here. Everybody saw the effects of his attempt at being a missionary and the trials that he faced for following Jesus Christ. That impact upon him was a trial that he carried for the rest of his life. This COVID virus has been challenging for all of us. Trials of many kinds. It's forced us for the past several months to remain within our homes. It's forced our children to finish this school year learning at home through their computers. It forced teachers to have to teach them online through computers. It even delayed the opening of the golf courses for 5 weeks here. We all have faced various trials as we go through COVID, and none of us know what trials still remain for us in the weeks and months yet ahead. But speaking of trials here, St. Peter says this about trials in 1 Peter 4, beginning in verse 12. Please read this together with me. "Dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful trial you are suffering, as though something strange were happening. But rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed." Peter knew trials and sufferings. Peter was martyred for his faith in proclaiming the love of Jesus Christ. Peter, as he writes in his book for you and I to learn today, shares that trials not only serve purposes, but they lead to something that's fantastic. Because God uses trials to shape us. God uses trials to strengthen us. God uses trials to draw us closer to him. But as Peter goes on to share, God uses trials to bring us joy when his glory is revealed through our trials. Alyssa talked about this in her 1025 a couple weeks ago. We're all seeing the blessings of COVID right now, and we're all going to see more blessings in the future. Therefore, my friends, rejoice when you are suffering, because we'll be overjoyed when God's glory is revealed. May God grant this to you and to all of us as we continue to follow Jesus Christ. Amen.